Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 58 of Aussie Cluff as we look to return Nottingham Forest to the top of European football. We can take another big step towards that this episode with a doubleheader against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League quarter-final. So we've got to get into that. But before we do, quick update on how we've gone on since last episode. We had just the two games. First up was against Swansea. You can see 3-0. We dominated this game. We did switch to the 4-3-3. We played that again because Swansea were playing a 4-4-2. And it just seems to work for us, doesn't it? You can see Ortiz, Quijano, and Slater with the goals. Comfortable win and very good 3 points. Then we played Huddersfield here. Huddersfield. Maybe it is Huddersfield. I don't know. Depends where you're from in England, maybe. You can see 1-1, which is really disappointing. And we went behind second minute. Aussie Chris scored a penalty. I didn't know he could take penalties. I don't think he knew he could either. But he did get a nice one there. Again, we went with the 4-3-3 because they were playing a 4-4-2. But we just... I don't know, we just never really looked like we were going to win the game. So in the end, it was a hard-earned point away from home. A game we probably should have won on paper, but we didn't. And we did, as I said, we struggled a little bit, which is disappointing. If you have a look at the league table, see what that's done, you can see we are still top with 5 games to go, 2 points ahead of Manchester City. We do play them in the run-in to the end of the season. If you look here, it'll probably be next episode, actually, on Tuesday. It'll be a Man City West Ham, depending if we get through. I'm not quite sure how a semi-final potentially would affect that, but let's not worry about that too much right now. But the other news we've got to catch up on here is the under-18s. If we go to their fixtures, down here, look at this. They're in the under-19s European Champions semi-final. So we've got our senior team in the quarterfinals, and our youngsters are into the semis. So what a season this could be for Nottingham Forest. But let's get on to the Borussia Dortmund game. We don't want to waste any more time. This is the team we're sending out. Now, Dortmund are expected to play the same formation as this, so we're not going to go with the 4-3-3 this time. It's the first leg. We're away from home. I think we might score more goals like this. I'm not sure, though. So it's Pickford in goal. Watanabe, Buzanel, and Quijano across the back. Milovanovic is suspended, so Olanu goes down the right, Scando down the left. Joyce, Recalde, and Slater in midfield with Elazage and Ortiz up top. They've been brilliant for us for so many seasons. We really need them to step up now, and I'm sure they will. There we go, so they are playing as advertised. I should say too, I mean, Elazage and Ortiz, they both scored, I think, 18 goals, as long with Mosley. They've all scored 18 goals this season, so they're not terrible. They just haven't been, I guess, on form at the same time. Come on, lads, so we can keep our run going. Is there something else we can potentially say here? Let's give the fans something to cheer. I fully expect to keep our run going. Go out there and get the win. I wonder if I can say that passionately. Gives a lot of good. Go out there and grab a win. Don't hate that. Some calm, we have faith. Seems to be going down well. We like this, we like this. Alright, let's go out there, see if we can take a first leg lead home. As the players walk out at the... What's Borussia Dortmund Stadium called? I've gone blank. I can't think what it's called now. But let's not worry about that. Let's get on with the game here. Hopefully, as I said, we won't be like Barcelona and have a deficit, or at least get some away goals in, because I think we maybe caught Barca on a bad day in the first knockout round, but let's not dwell on that, because we did beat them, and that was absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen that last episode, do go back and check it out, because it was... I got a little bit excited. Let's just say that. Alright, so nothing much so far. Early days, of course. You know what we haven't done, I've just seen there, is we don't have our strikers marking correctly. So we'll go and fix that after this highlight. In terms of tactics, they do score a lot from crosses, so we are keeping a high defensive line. That was a lungy but good tackle from Olanu there, wasn't it? Can we get onto that? No, it's not really gone to anybody. So they just come straight back at us. We need to keep the ball a little bit better than that. Can Recalde get a foot in? He can't. It's good pressure. Oh, we've let him get in behind there, though. This isn't great. Cross comes in. It's there. It's off the bar. Can we get to the... Oh, Pickford. Bouncing around like a pinball, wasn't it? But we did manage to get there. Now, I'm just going to fix this before anything else happens, because oversight on my behalf there. We didn't see that he's on the left side, so we want him marking right wing back. Obviously, if they're playing wing backs, telling our strikers to mark fullbacks isn't going to help anybody. Then you have to mark the left side because you're playing on the right side. There we go. Okay. So we can... Oh, I've got to confirm that, don't I? Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, I mean, I like playing out from the back, but let's maybe pick our moments there, guys. Right, what can Slater do? That's a decent ball over top for Ortiz. Take your time, Elazage. It's not like you need it in the middle. Whenever you're ready. Ortiz! Oh! He doesn't need anybody. Elazage, he was just False sense of security, just lumbering in like, he's not going to do anything. Ortiz checks around the keeper, makes it 1-0. We get the away goal, and that is very well needed. Look at this. It's just a long ball, isn't it, really, for Ortiz to run into. Look at what is Elazaj doing there. And it doesn't matter. He's just... All the defence has got too busy watching Elazaj, aren't they? Didn't worry about Ortiz. Checks around the keeper, tucks it in the far post. Job done in the sense that we have an away goal. So we won't change anything here too much. I don't really see the need. They haven't done too much, have they? Just that one sort of pinball moment. But we're only 10 minutes into the game, so there's no need to get too excited yet. Just going to pass it around. That's fine. They're not going to hurt us there. We did look to sign Tar in the transfer window that just finished, the January one. It didn't really just finish anymore, did it? But there was Manchester City were interested in Quijano, and he did have a release clause. It was like 80 million or something. It was a high release clause, but just to be safe, I had him all. We had signed him. We just hadn't confirmed it. And then when the Quijano deal didn't happen, then we just kind of cancelled it. There's Elazaj with a great ball for Ortiz. He's in again. Ortiz! Could he have done a little bit better? Maybe one more touch just to really try and suck the keeper in. Let's give them some encouragement here. So far, so good, I'm going to say here. We haven't had as much of the ball, but you can see we're certainly doing more with it. We've had a lot more shots on goal. Alright, come on, Alano. Nice throw in there for Joyce. To Recalde. To Slater. Come on, Mason Slater. What can he do? He's gone out for Scando. Can he get across into the back post? He can. It's Elazaj. It's Elazaj. And he's put it over. Hit the crossbar. And then went over on the... Come on, Elazaj. Another highlight. Oh, if we can get a second goal, it will be happy days, won't it? Go on, Recalde. It's a good pass for Alanu. Can he... Look at the space for him to run into. He can. Can he pull it back? Pull it back. He can. It's lofted in. It's too close to the keeper, but it's fallen for Scando. Oh, for Scando. This is what we like to see. 2 away goals. And all things being equal, I'm not going to say the tie's over because anything could happen. But it's another goal, and you know how I love them. Although it wasn't as beautiful as it can be, with one wing back crossing for the other to score at the back post. Keeper could just... Maybe should have done better, shouldn't he? He didn't really do anything. He didn't... Could he have caught it? He really had to try and punch it out or get it behind, didn't he? He's just sort of helped it on to Scando at the back post. But 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. Are we looking good for the semi-finals of the Champions League? It'll be the second year in a row, of course, we made it, equaling, of course, defeat of our under-19s. I was really surprised. I hadn't really been paying much attention to it, and I saw that they won the quarter-final. I think it was on penalties against, I want to say Shakhtar. We have a few really high potential players that I think if we were going to keep going for another season or two, would definitely be first team players. And I've been letting them go back and play in the under-19s. And yeah, they've obviously done okay, and they've got through to the semi-finals. Another ball forward from Mason Slater for Ortiz to chase. Elazaj has made a bit of an effort this time. He's got the taste for goals, obviously. It's gone in the back post. Would have been better off leaving that for Alano, I think. It's there for a tap-in! Hey! 3-0 Mason Slater. And that's essentially the tie-over, isn't it? 3 away goals. We're telling them to concentrate. Bit of an episode killer, if I'm honest. But we'll take it, won't we? We'd rather a dead episode and into the semi-finals than, of course, a nice tense episode and we go out. That's just horrid defending, isn't it? Slater's done really well. He never looked like missing that. Tucked it into the roof of the net. 3-0 after 25 minutes. We are a class above Borussia Dortmund. Now, you do wonder, with Barcelona out, I think there's 2 Manchester clubs. There's Bayern Munich and there's Paris. Obviously, both Manchester clubs playing each other can't go through. So it looks like it's going to be Paris and Bayern Munich, a Manchester club, and on the basis of these first half an hour, hopefully Nottingham Forest as well. You do wonder how we could go in this. I mean, Paris have loads of money, so you imagine they're going to have a pretty strong team. We've done okay against the Manchester clubs. We tend to draw, so that could come down to away goals, couldn't it? Cross comes in, it's off the bar, I think. Oh, come on, boys. Of course, FM18 was announced as well, wasn't it? The features. Got to say, I'm liking the features. Not sure, I'll be honest, about VAR. I think having the referee running off to the sideline and back, that could get a little bit repetitive. But it depends how often it's implemented, doesn't it? If it's not every game, even if it's just once a game, I feel like it could get a little much. But if it's not used too often, then it could be okay. Now, Manchester United 2-0 up, and City are down to 10. So you'd fancy Manchester United there, would you? Especially if they can keep a clean sheet. As for us, I think an assertive, don't get complacent, and we'll do a few individual team talks here, guys, and we'll come back for the second half. Okay, welcome back. Now, if we can maintain, even if it stays 3-0, what that would allow us to do in the second leg is to perhaps rest some tired players. Not put on reserves, but for instance, instead of Joyce, we could play Griffiths. Instead of Recalde, we could play Kowalski. Things like that. We could play Mosley and Perez up front. Give them a run out together. Just allow us just to keep strong players, but rest guys that maybe first teamers and play guys that are sort of on the bench. We could give Aussie Chris a game. He's just coming back from that serious injury, so his legs aren't what they could be. That's a good header, but bad defending from the corner. Oh, we need to tell him to concentrate here. We don't need a second half comeback on our hands. Instantly, I get flashbacks to when we went to Old Trafford last season, if you remember that. 3-1 up, I think, or 3-1 or 3-0 up from the first leg at home, and we went to Old Trafford and ended up just scraping through. So we'll tell him to concentrate. Elazar isn't having his best game again. Joyce is looking tired. Some frustrated players. Why are we looking frustrated? You're 3-1 up away from home, guys. This is an absolutely amazing result if you can hang on to it. Concentrate again. Another corner. Do we need to work on defending set pieces? Head to that. It's fallen down. It's gone in the net again. Okay, it's an own goal, which is a little bit unlucky. But suddenly, this is not as comfortable as it once was. We don't need to see that again. No one's playing particularly badly. Elazar isn't having his best game. Maybe we'll give them an encouragement here. They've only had one shot on goal, and they've scored 2 goals, which is not the best. This does keep it alive for the second leg, though, doesn't it? Which is not what we wanted. Needless to say, we won't be able to rest too many players here. Quajono's looking absolutely knackered. We haven't made any changes. No one's playing badly. Oh, if we go up at this 3-3, I will not be a happy villain. It's headed clear. Scando's there. Just play it out. We can get a counter-attack goal here. Maybe we should have played on the counter this half. But look at this. We're 3 on 1. Go on, Ortiz. We have to score here, surely. Take it wide and square it. Take it wide and square it. Go! Never mind, Ortiz. Go yourself. That's what we want to see. We'll give them some praise. 2 goals gap again. 4 away goals. So essentially, they need to beat us, don't they? They need to win 3-0 to have any chance. What are they thinking in the first leg of a 2-legged tie, having absolutely no one back? Or at least have your keeper on halfway to sweep up that ball. That was suicidal defending, or attacking it was actually, wasn't it, from Dortmund? That's okay, we'll take that. I wonder if now, actually, we should go to counter. If that's the way they're going to go and attack this, this could work out nicely for us. Ortiz on the ball again. Oh, what wasn't the pass, was it? A little bit of a hospital pass there. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's get a block in. We do. Slater for Recalde to Ortiz. This is nice. Just first time passing. I like it. He's looking for Elazar. He's found him. Look at Ortiz bursting through the middle for Slater. First time for Ortiz. Back post is on if he can get there. Back post is on. He squares it for Elazar. Oh, how has it not gone in? I think it was the crossbar. Slater for Joyce. It's still there for us. Olanu now square it. Low for Ortiz. It needed to be low. Whip it in. I think it's just on mixed crossing. You've got to pick your crosses better than that, though. Low and across the box, and that was surely 5. We are playing on the counter-attack now. 3 minutes of stoppage, or 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Can we get a worldie from Joyce? Oh, I tell you what. That was not far away, was it? Joyce from the edge of the area. He doesn't score that many, but the amount of shots he gets that just whip past the post or over the bar like that is insane. Elazar knocks it in. We'd rather he be in there. He's looking for Mason Slater. Not the best in the air, but there it is. We'll take that, won't we? 4-2. First leg win. Away from home as well. That's a good, solid performance. We'll tell them that as well, I think. Well done, boys. So, there we go. In Manchester United, they did only hang on to 2-0, so that maybe keeps that tie alive. Quality of possession, we didn't have any injuries to worry about. Guys, wait right there. I'll play through the Wolves game. We'll be back for the second leg. Alright, welcome back for the second leg against Dortmund. We do have, as you saw just before, the 4 away goals, 2-goal lead coming into this game, so I'm hoping that we would win. Now, before we get to this, let's just quickly clear up the Wolves game. You can see it was a 3-2 win. We rested a lot of players. I think Pickford was the only player that played against Dortmund. You can see 3-2. Jordan Sawyer just keeps popping up for us when we need him in these games. 2 goals for him. Perez with the third. You can see they got one back in the 83rd minute. We were always relatively comfortable in this game. We just kind of clocked off twice and gave them made it look a lot closer than it was. But it was a pretty good performance all around, and we definitely deserved to win that. And if we look at the league table, just quickly here, you can see we're 4 points ahead of City because they played Liverpool and they drew. So they both dropped points. 4 points clear with 4 points to 4 games to play. And we do play City next episode. So that's going to be a massive game, isn't it? Potentially, not mathematically, but a league-winning episode. So let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. It's essentially the same team that played in the first leg with 1 or 2 changes. Pickford in goal, Watanabe, Buzanel, Quijano across the back. Milovanovic is back from suspension, so he goes down the right. Scando down the left. Joyce, Recalde and Slater in midfield. Elazar and Ortiz up top. Let's hope for a similar performance. Okay, so you can see teams essentially the same. We're playing the same formation again. Pick up where they left off. Now, I think we need to say something along the lines of this is a new game. Can we say that first leg? Yeah, first leg doesn't matter. It's a brand new match. We've got to make sure we win it. I like that. Everybody's gained confidence. Some calm. We have faith. And let's go book a spot in the last 4, boys. Okay, and the Forest crowd go ballistic before the game. The team's lined up. Look at this, drowning out the UEFA Champions League anthem. I think we've heard enough of that lately, haven't we? So we'll give it a rest for this one. Let's see, though, what we can do. 4 away goals. I mean, the key here is keeping a clean sheet. And you'll notice to do that, we're on control rather than attack. We don't need to attack, do we? We just need to make sure we don't concede 3 goals. We don't even need to score as long as we don't concede 3 goals. So that's basically what we're trying to do here, is just control the game. Give them some encouragement there early on. A goal here, we do want to score in front of the home fans, don't we? One of their boys has picked up an injury, so it sucks for him, but not our concern. Mason suffered a pulled hamstring. Let's get him straight off that field and into an ice bath. He's playing the... Alright, let's bring Kowalski on. Maybe not the smartest move if we're not trying to score, but he didn't play against Wolves either, so he has the freshest legs of anybody in the team, essentially. So yeah, let's hope that that's not too serious for Slater. We do have Griffiths on the bench as well, so we have options there if we need them later on in the game. And of course, pretty much anyone in our midfield can play any other role as well, so that, again, just gives us some more options there. It's what we lacked a little bit last season, wasn't it? We didn't really have that many options. Here's a good ball for Ortiz, in for Elazar over the bar. Elazar, that could have just about wrapped it up. That would have meant they needed 4 goals, of course, and you just can't. Have we conceded 4 goals all year? I'm sure. Have we? I don't think we have conceded 4 goals all year. So you'd be annoyed if we did it now. It would be a bit of a piss off, wouldn't it? But this should be fine. Recalde. Oh no. Recalde. Oh no. That could be devastating. Alright, so we can get by. Oh, but the thought of losing Recalde is devastating. Let's hope, we can only hope now that that's not too serious. The fact he had to go off doesn't fill me with confidence, though. Could we play Recalde? We could play Griffiths and Joyce in there. Griffiths as the deep lying, Joyce as the advanced. We'll worry about that. We'll worry about that when we know how serious the injury is, but that is not great. We've dominated that game again. We just cannot put a shot on the keeper, can we? First half means nothing if we don't keep it going the second half. I like that. We'll do some individual team talk, guys, and we'll be back for the second half. 45 minutes from a semi-final. Okay, here we go. We haven't changed anything. There's no real need to, is there? Because they need to score 3. They've done absolutely nothing that first half. Like last time, where we probably should have played the second half on the counter, I'm not going to bother this time because we just need to control the game. That's all we need to do. Just make sure that we are making sensible passes, keeping the ball where we can, and we're doing all that, essentially, aren't we? We're doing really, really well. For FM19 too, I do have a rough idea what I'm going to be doing for that. I'm going to keep it a secret for now, but there will be announcements in the next few weeks along those lines. Yeah, what did you think of the FM19 featured announcements of a few days ago now, isn't it? Yeah, as I said, the VAR thing has me a little bit nervous, but other than that, I think it has a lot of potential, especially the tactics and the training. That could be quite good. Hopefully, I just hope the training isn't too tedious. If I'm honest, sometimes with training you can have too much detail, can't you? But I know a lot of people wanted that detail, so we'll see how it goes, I guess, won't we? 70. It's not the best game so far, but we can do the Olays. We can just celebrate because unless we just have some sort of biblical collapse, we are going into the last 4 of the Champions League. What we'll do after this is we'll hang around because the Champions League semi-final draw is coming up shortly. Can Ortiz nick one in? No. Or what's not the best goalkeeping in the world? It's there for Milovanovic. Can he find a teammate? He's going back. He's keeping the ball. That's probably sensible. There was way more defenders and attackers in that box. So Joyce for Griffiths. Griffiths for Kowalski. Kowalski back for Griffiths. Have it. So Griffiths! Oh, what a goal that would have been from Steve Griffiths. The belting shot from the edge of the area. Can we get something from the corner here? It comes in. No one even attacking it. It lands for Joyce. Shoot. Took too long. It's alright, Buzzanel. It's been cleared out, so nothing comes of that. Kowalski's on a booking. I don't really see the sense in making too many changes here. Yeah, I don't really see the sense. We'll just leave it. 10 minutes to go. Joyce is looking tired. You know what we could do? Just to keep it safe, keep fresh legs there. We'll take... I can't do it from there, can I? Dumbass. Alright, so we'll take... This is, of course, our final change. Joyce off for Kasper. We'll switch Kasper and Kowalski around, and you can see and Watanabe. Sorry, Watanabe is more than capable of playing as a deep-lying playmaker. That's something else we could potentially look to do, actually, couldn't we? If Recalde's out for a while, we could put Novikov picked up a bit of a knock against Wolves, which is why he isn't on the bench. We could play Novikov in that back 3 and play Watanabe in the deep-lying playmaker role and Joyce as the attacking playmaker. That could work as well, actually. Here's a chance, though, for Ortiz. He's through. Go on, Ortiz! Looked like he went for the outside of the foot, didn't it? And just couldn't get it back inside the post. But we've absolutely dominated this game. How we haven't scored is a mystery of football. Let's clear this, please. We did work on defending set pieces before this game. That's a little bit special, but it's unlikely to make a difference at this point, is it? Because even if they score again, we would still go through on away goals. But yeah, we did work on defending set pieces after that first leg because it wasn't great, was it? But 21 shots on goal, 4 on target. Whoever's having those shots should just be hanging their head in shame right now. But celebrate, boys, because we are into the final 4 of the UEFA Champions League for a second consecutive year. And that is something we can be very, very proud of. I'm about the coffee, I'm choking up. Can we get one back? Can we equalise on the day? We don't have to. Would have been nice, wouldn't it? It is disappointing to go through on a loss. But semi-finals, boys, that's what we like to see, isn't it? That is brilliant. We'll say we got away with one today. We need to be better because that wasn't great, was it? We did lose on the day. And it is Manchester United that go through with us. So Manchester City are out. Now, that isn't great for our Premier League campaign, is it? Because it means Slater and Recalde, please, just short-term injuries. So that's Recalde's season done. We won't see him again, unfortunately, because... yeah, there won't be another season. Oh, that's such devastating news for Recalde. Mason Slater, 10 days to 3 weeks. So he'll be back. Oh, I'm absolutely heartbroken about Recalde. But guys, wait there for just a few more seconds and we'll see who we get in the final 4. I didn't see who it was either. I don't care. You go back, you watch the replays, you find out which German bastard hurt Recalde and you break both his legs. Do you... Sorry, guys, personal call. What do you say we run in and see who we get in the semi-finals? Okay, guys, sorry you had to see that. We will get that bastard, though. Let's go see who we get in the semi-finals. So it's Atletico Madrid, it is Man United, or it is Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know, of those, you You almost say Atletico Madrid, don't you, would be the best draw we could get. I'm not sure how good Paris are. We're going to find out, though. We've got the first leg at home, and we are playing Paris. Now, of course, we did lose to Paris at Villa, didn't we? Our first Champions League final. So it's Atletico Madrid and Manchester United in the other tie. Let's have a quick look at this Paris team and see exactly what we're going to be facing next episode. Look at the attacking talent. See here. Yeah, I mean, this could be like another Barcelona, couldn't it? Vinicius Jr. Yeah, this... yeah, a lot of pace, isn't it? A lot of pace. This is going to be tough, guys. This is going to be a very difficult game for us. Oh, boy. All right, but that's okay. We beat Barcelona. We can beat them too, can't we? So let's have a look. So next episode, it's going to be Manchester City in the league. It's going to be all about the league, I think, next episode, and then West Ham United as well. So next episode, we could conceivably wrap up the league title. Then it's going to be, it's basically every game now to the end of the season. Then we're going to have, of course, the first leg in Chelsea. Then we're going to have the second leg and Bournemouth, obviously, hopefully, to be celebrating a Premier League title then. And then we'll wrap up Football Manager 2018, hopefully, with a Champions League final. But that's it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed that video, make sure you're hitting like. If you're new, subscribe. I am also doing Age of Gladiators Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sorry, for something a little bit different. It's kind of like football, if like Pepe and Ramos were Messi, basically the goats. So check it out. It's a little bit of fun, something different. But if that's not your thing, that's fine. We'll stick to Football Manager until we see you on Tuesday. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.